Yeah.
Talking to the battery die, but then he ain't got nothing else to say.
You're just gonna cut it out. You already gonna cut it out.
Yeah, 100%.
We're gonna use these little clips just for
like funny clips, like bloopers.
Yeah. But even if you can post it on TikTok, if you get something nice, we might see something nice, you know.
Everyone, welcome to the Vibe with Z podcast, where you'll get a true value and impactful, beautiful experience. Hi, I'm Z, the one you're vibing with. Now, don't let my intro go over your head, for Vibe is the acronym for Valiant, which is possessing bravery and being courageous, impactful, not influential, and B is for beautiful. All of these are adjectives for this experience we're about to have. Hello, welcome back, y'all. Today, I have a very special guest, or I guess I should say tonight. I'm going to let him introduce himself, and then we're going to kind of get into our relationship and how we met. So go ahead.
You already know it's the one and only Tariq. Xavier, you know. Big up myself, you know. Big up St. Lucia. We large.
Yes. So this is Tariq. This is my best friend, boyfriend. My friend now. Actually, more like family. So Tariq texted me, and he said, make sure the wine is cold. He said, I'm going to be looking spiffy, so make sure that... And so I had to go in the closet and make sure that I was looking up to par as he was. So, anyways.
Totally, you know, we keep it posh, you know. We keep it classy, not trashy every time. Yeah.
All right, so... Tariq, tell them a little bit about yourself, coming from the island of St. Lucia. Just get into like where you from, all of that.
Yes. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you for having me on your podcast, Z.
Of course.
I can feel that this one is gonna be a very good one. You know, I've been quite excited about since I get the invitation, and I'm happy to be here. So, I'm Tariq Xavier. I'm 22 years old. Tariq Xavier is the French part of Saint Lucia, say it French-wise. And my journey to the USA was through a athletic scholarship. You know, I got an athletic scholarship. I ran track. Mm-hmm. I'm a middle distance runner. And I got recruited into Butler Community College, which is situated in Kansas. El Dorado, Kansas, to be precise. Yeah.
Yeah, so like what made you come all the way from St. Lucia to Arkansas?
You know, we look at America as the land of opportunity.
Yeah.
And coming from a non-metropolitan area, you know, everybody want to live the American dream. That's something that's sold to us from little kids.
Really?
So, yeah, everybody work hard. You know, they say if you work hard enough, you can go to America, do this, you can be whatever you want to be. And America have more opportunity than our country. You know, we're considered third world and all of that stuff.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the Caribbean is considered a third world.
Like the whole Caribbean?
Yeah, the whole Caribbean.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I went out, I knew track and field, I was good in track. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, if I stick to this, I'm going to get a scholarship. And if I stick to this, I'm going to go pro.
Yeah.
And if I stick to this, I can become a financial provider for my family. Mm-hmm. You know, so I did track, I trained hard, and I obtained that scholarship that I was working towards.
Okay, nice. So, like, what was it like living in the Caribbean versus what you see now and how people live in the United States?
Man, it's total opposites to some extent, mm-hmm. and it's total similarities to some extent. So it's like,
I want to know, especially about the similarities, because I hear a lot of differences.
Yeah. So you want to know the similarities?
But you can go difference first.
Differences is just like culture, you know, lifestyle, you know. The way people, you know, for example, in the Caribbean, you walk through the streets, you greet the elderly, you greet people you don't know, you greet them, good morning, good afternoon, good night. And in the USA, you board a train or a bus, or you walk through the supermarket, you walk on the street, it can be you and somebody else, you enter a building, you acknowledge no one, you know.
Honestly, I say we gotten from that, because especially in the South, particularly, not necessarily in like the North or whatever, I don't know, I haven't experienced it, but I know it's called Southern hospitality, where we typically greet everybody. We used to, and for sure, I still do. Like, if I see somebody, I'm like, hey, like an elderly, hey, like, you know, in the store, on the elevator, whatever case may be, I'm greeting people. So that's how it used to be. Or, you know, some people probably don't do it no more, but But anyways, you can continue.
Yeah, so
You said it was a difference.
a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a difference.
Yeah.
So back in the Caribbean, all this stuff, the food we eat, we eat more ground provisions, as compared to you guys.
Yeah.
You'll run more on fast food, and that type of stuff. So,
Facts.
and little by little, with commercialization and all that stuff, we slowly gravitating towards that, so soon everywhere will catch up, we're modernizing.
Yeah.
We're gonna catch up to what you guys do up here, and then it's gonna be that soon. So that's where the similarities come in. People dress, they try to mimic what they see.
Oh, really?
American culture,
Okay.
hip hop culture, that type of stuff. We dress up the same way.
Okay.
The women start saying the same slang and stuff.
Yeah.
They start saying all that stuff. And the music too. Hip hop, R&B. Drill music is even a big thing in St. Lucia now. We even have local drill artists and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, all these similarities and differences. So it's it balances out itself. Yeah.
So what's one thing about America that you like, and then one thing you dislike?
Man, I like everything, man. I like everything. There's good in everything. I like everything,
Y'all heard him.
I like
said
I like
there's good in
opportunity.
everything. You heard that?
I like opportunity. So where there's opportunity, I'ma go get it.
Yeah.
So I like that about America. America been good to me. I meet good people. For example, I meet you.
Yeah.
I meet my coach Metler.
Yeah.
One of the best coaches I ever had.
Which, clarify, Coach Metler is from where?
He's originally from, if I can remember.
You don't have to go in detail, but what college is what I'm saying?
It's Butler Community College.
Okay, yeah. So that was his first college, was Butler Community College.
He's from Oklahoma, Duncan, Oklahoma.
Okay.
And that guy was a good guy. Would bring us into his house for Thanksgiving and just make all the internationals take care of us. Groom us. Show us the ropes.
Yeah.
Let us know that it's not gonna be a easy life out there. So big up yourself, Coach Metler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So transitioning, like after you left Kansas, which was a 2-year college, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you go next?
I went to UAPB, UAPB.
All right.
It's
And
situated.
how was your experience there?
My experience was, I'd say it was a little tougher for me, First adjusting. My first year was very hectic.
Mm-hmm.
Adjusting, and then the second year was more successful for me. It went by easier and smooth sailing, because I knew what to expect,
Yeah.
certain expectations,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of us, we put our own we project expectations onto the world, and that's not what it is, So then when these expectations don't come into fruition, we feel like somebody let us down, or nobody let you down, because this and that didn't prove itself to you that's a standard should be held upon. So you choose to hold it upon that standard,
Mm-hmm.
So when it disappoints you can't be mad at nobody. So my second year, I just look at it like, hey, I'm not expecting anything.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not expecting anything, nothing can hurt you really, or nothing can really make you
That's
feel.
true.
So that was my expectation. My second year, I just went through there, with a mind of steel, and like, hey, I'm not expecting nothing,
Mm-hmm.
So nothing gonna throw me off, nothing gonna phase me. So I just went like that, and everything was smooth sailing, smooth sailing, I would say.
So what accomplishments or what things have you done the second year as opposed to the first year?
The second year, I went to the SWAC Championships, actually, outdoor.
Yeah.
SWAC Outdoor Championships, and I broke the 4-minute mile. Sorry, not the 4-minute mile.
Woo!
I'm exaggerating. I meant the 4-minute 1500 meter.
Yeah.
I broke the 4-minute 1500 meter. You see, track, like, I'm way ahead of my time, guys. I'm speaking in the future. I am going to break the 4-minute mile,
That's
though.
right.
Yeah, but I broke the 4-minute 1500 meter. I did that. I broke my national record.
Yeah, he broke his St. Lucian national record.
Yeah, in the 1000 meter.
It's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, it's a huge accomplishment to me, coming from that tiny island, bro. We are dot on the map, And,
so how big is St. Lucia for reference?
I don't know the exact specifications, but I think it's something within.
Like how many people do y'all have there on the island?
I'd say roughly 200,000 people in population. I'm not sure,
Yeah,
that's something I need to get right, but I'm gonna get there.
So that's around like Little Rock.
Yeah. It's a tiny place.
Wise.
Tiny place, you know. Yeah.
But anyways, back to what you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
You broke St. Lucia national record. You went to the SWAC, which is SWAC Championships is his
It's my conference.
His conference championships, yeah.
It's a Southwestern Athletic Conference, you know.
Yeah.
That's where all the HBCUs are situated in, you know. Yeah, so I went out there and then I achieved something that I didn't achieve throughout my college track career, you know. So
what
I
is
did that
that
at UAPB, like break the 4 minute.
Oh yeah,
in
the 4 minute, yeah.
You know. Yeah, so a lot of good things happen to me out there, you know, bad things happen too, but bad things always happen to good people. You know?
That's right.
Bad things always happen to good people, guys.
Bad things always happen to good people.
Yeah, guys. So that's why I say, like, you gotta, you know, there's certain things you don't want to speak on, you know. You try to keep it at the back of you. But, you know, you always forgive, but you can never forget, man. So I'll try not to delve into this type of stuff right now, but
okay.
I'm gonna speak on the good. We more on the positive side.
Okay,
guys,
we're speaking on the good. Okay, I hear you. All right. So, since we're talking about the good, let's shift gears. He talked a lot about his career and what that was about, and him coming from St. Lucia and the good parts about that. So now I want to talk briefly. We don't have to get into detail about this either, but I do want to talk about relationships because that is a good topic always. And I just want your point of view on relationships. What do you think a relationship should be? Or what's your definition of love? Let's start there.
Love. My definition on love. I don't think there's any definite definition for love, you know.
Yeah.
We're not speaking. It's subjective. So whatever the dictionary have, you throw it out the window, bro. Love. Yeah. Love is a feeling, I believe, it encompasses a lot of stuff, you know. I'm gonna try and put it in simpler words as for myself, how I would define it. Like, love is when, you know, you put people up to a standard and you treat them. You even put them before yourself, you know. Like, you do something out of love, like, hey, bro, like, for example, let's say if I'm a hustler and I'm hypothetical, I make $5 an hour and Christmas come around and I give you a $50 gift, you know.
Yeah.
That's like a $50 gift. That's like 10 hours of my life.
Yeah.
You know, I just gave to you. So I think them type of things is love, you know. Love is like somebody supporting you, believing in you, staying with you when you're down bad, you know. For example, love is like your friends showing support to your podcast when you just started, you know, and not waiting for when you blow up, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
Because, you know, love is like being around from the beginning. That's the grassroots, you know, the entry levels, you know. Not when you reach your apotheosis and you're that big juggernaut and everybody knows you, you know, then you get love. That's fun love.
Yeah.
Fun love is not, they wasn't there from the beginning, so they don't know you like that, you know. They don't know you. They only see the finished product.
Yeah.
Love is from the start. God love you from the start, you know, from nothing. That's love. Sticking around, being there for the hard times, trials and tribulations, and growing, nurturing, you know.
Literally, yeah.
That's love, man. That's love, you know.
I definitely agree.
Giving your all, pouring your all into somebody, you know.
Yeah.
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 Support all of that.
People have gotten away or have this certain expectation or image of what they want love to be, or see what they want love to be, quote unquote, or you know, see things on social media. Yeah. Like, this is what I want.
And I want to add something to that, you know, ladies, you know, social media is such buffoonery, bro. It's ridiculous because it brainwashes a lot of women and they look at that stuff like a man, the expectations for men, bro, the world is so hyper competitive for men, you know. To be a man in this day and age, you need to acquire a lot of stuff or be of high substance, you know, high economic level, you know, making that amount of money and all of that. So like they holding you on that level. Like, a woman want you to have 6 figures, you know, 6 feet tall, you know, all of that, you know, just to show you love. And then what they look at like what celebrities do or guys, you know. He buy this for his girlfriend, he buy me roses or whatever. But that guy is like a millionaire, and a rose to him is like $2, you know.
Right, yeah.
But your boyfriend that go out in the fields and work hard every day, you know, sacrifice everything for you, and he bring you a Starbucks and he say, "Baby, I love you," you're gonna look at him like, that shit was 20 cents. Why are you giving me that?
Yeah.
But 20 cents is literally 50% of
What he
his
had,
net worth,
right.
like everything
Yeah.
you own. When a guy giving you 1% of his net worth, your man giving you 50 of his, and you're looking at him like it's nothing.
Yeah.
You discredit his efforts.
And I definitely get that. In a way, I do get that. In a lot of ways, I agree with that. I just want to challenge this because oftentimes when women give grace to men, then, well, I can speak from what I've seen or experienced. When women give grace to men who are like on the come up and actually is just grateful or pick up the slack or whatever, then it becomes a whole total end of the spectrum where now the men are like comfortable with being in that seat, and now the woman is a breadwinner, or the woman is taking care of the man, or in like he don't have any ambition to even, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To get out of the situation he's in, and then she become comfortable with the position she's in, but become resentful of it because she didn't want to be there for long. She was just trying to love him through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. In some cases, that's some cases. I wouldn't say rare occurrences, but that do happen. But
so, what are your thoughts on that situation?
I believe as a man, your natural instinct is to provide. You never want to see your girlfriend or your wife or your fiance or whoever it is, struggling, being the one out there carrying the burden.
I think that is ideal nowadays.
Now, well, I cannot fathom that idea as for me. So
yeah, as for you, because I personally seeing you and knowing you from the amount of time that I've known you, I can say that you're a man. You're a stand-up man. Look at him. But no, for real. But I honestly like not only, and y'all know I'm emotional, so if I cry, I'm just gonna cry. But not only do he take care of his girlfriend in a great way, but he also takes care of who his girlfriend loves, including me. Like when I'm around them, I know I'm straight. I know Tariq gonna make sure we're safe. Gonna make sure we fed. Gonna make sure, and that's a stand-up man at such a young age. Like I love y'all to death. Like y'all are family to me. And like not only like me, like my sister, when we're all together, like they just blend in. And he's somebody I can literally depend on. So that is what a stand-up man is, and that is like what I want. That's the qualities I want in my man as well, because that is so important, like especially for a woman. So anyways, so I think that it's hard for you to comprehend what I'm saying because you just have a totally different perspective. So I just asked you that question to see if you can kind of like shift gears to be like, but it is hard to be like a man want to provide, but this man actually probably don't want to provide. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that some of these men want to provide, quite literally, and it's crazy to think about, but some men literally wants to get taken care of by women. Which, I mean, that's all subjective. Like, some people don't mind that. Like, it's all everywhere. It's who requires what, the expectations of what. Yeah. Whatever that case may be. But I think that the traditional roles is westernized. Actually, what I've learned is in Africa, before they was colonized, they had a more... Egarian, I'm probably saying it wrong, Egarlit, something like that. But basically, they had a more equal roles in their relationship, meaning it was like not the man, the breadwinner, and the woman, the stay at home. Like both was, having equal roles, and it was only into, colonization and coming to, the Western culture where it was like, okay, the man's supposed to do this, the woman's supposed to do this, and if it's not this, then it's untraditional or whatever the case may be. So how do you feel about both the man and the woman both grinding, working? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I believe that's quite that's flawless. If you get a woman that will actually put up with a grind, that's good. That works. It comes together 50-50 and it makes one. But I don't believe in that.
What do you believe in?
I believe like if a woman actually want to provide,
talking your mic.
Yeah, if a woman actually want to provide, she can like go out there and go out there. obtain some stuff and come meet you. I don't see nothing wrong with that, you know.
Yeah.
But naturally, as speaking for myself,
Yeah.
I would not want my girlfriend to go out there and suffer the burdens, you know.
Yeah.
In this hyper competitive world, you know.
Yeah.
I believe the role of a woman from the dawn of times, a man role is to go out there, and hustle, bro. Hustle, hunt. And the women are the caregivers, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's the way it's supposed to be. If a girl want to go 50-50, she want to go out there and earn her own, that's okay.
You're saying that's just what you...
That's just what I believe, you know.
Yeah.
So even if my girlfriend like, hey, I don't want you to be taking care of me, I want to go out there and fend for myself, go out there, get my stuff and come back, I'll be okay with that, you know.
Yeah.
Meet you. But I'm always, like, naturally, I'll go out there and do more. If she put 100, I'll put 150, you know, 150% in, you know.
I like that.
That's just me, you know.
Yeah. I love that. So as you can see, my best friend is getting taken care of. Okay. All right. So I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
How competitive are you?
Competitive. It's like...
How bad do you be wanting to win?
In
what regards?
I don't do it bad, bro. Like, anybody going against me, I have to lose, you know. That's like my mindset. And I believe that should be everyone's mindset, you know. First off, it's not an ego.
Yeah.
It's not an ego. It's just how you should hold yourself to a certain level, you know. You have to hold yourself accountable. If you don't hold yourself accountable, you will always sink. You will sink, you know. You have to want it as bad as you want to breathe, yo. I want to be successful, bro. And people often frustrate me, you know. You know what? It adds injury to insult when individuals say money is not everything, you know. I don't believe money is everything, but money plays a key factor, yo. Like, it do a lot, bro. It do a lot, you know. Your mom sick,
agree.
she need treatment. You have money, boom, it's taken care of, you know.
Yeah.
That happened that part of Africa. You can feed the poor, boom, money take care of that, you know. You buy a house for your mom, you know.
Yeah.
You pay your sister school fees, you know, money. And then some people want to sit back, and that's always the people that don't want to go out there and hustle hard, you know, and make something happen. Talk about, hey, bro, you going too hard, you know, you running that business too hard, or you just in college, slow down, you know, or this and that, you know. Nah, bro, the universe gonna work itself. What you put into the universe, that's what you get out. So you go out there, you do good by others, you work hard, you stay humble. You treat the old lady nice on the road, you know. The poor man, you give him the old man, you give him $1.
Yeah.
You know, you give the poor man $1. You know, you treat people good. You don't treat people instrumentally. Yeah. You never violate your consciousness. That's the one thing. We all have a consciousness we were born with. It's not fully developed till a certain age, but babies develop a sense of. You don't never violate your consciousness, and even babies, when they get to a certain age, they have a certain level of consciousness. You know, good from bad. Right from wrong, you know. So you always try to do good at all times, you know. And the universe is gonna align itself. You put in good, you're gonna get out good. Yeah, basically that.
I can agree with that. I honestly can agree. My path in life has been less difficult than even my siblings. Yeah. And I'm not saying this because I put more good in the world, but things have come more easier to me, and my siblings will always justify by like, you're a good person, like you do a lot of good things. Yeah. And so that's why you're getting back good things. Yeah. And my mom always validated that with me. Because sometimes I was like, dang, like, I ain't really getting it out the mud. I have a lot of support, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But let me tell y'all, it's okay not to get it out the mud. You don't have to get it out the mud, okay?
That's true.
And
that's fortunate, you know.
Yeah. I'm very, honestly, super grateful. Super grateful. I've always had, for the most part, everybody has been in my close circle. Yeah. It's been really good people. And I'm like, wow, I'm just like overly blessed. Like, God really protects and look out for his people.
Totally.
So, yeah. All right. So, let's switch gears a little bit because you stated that you was competitive. So, yeah. Let's see how competitive you are.
Okay, we're gonna play a
game of Connect 4.
Okay, a little game of Connect 4. Let me see if your camera getting it fully.
Is it? It's probably not. All right, here we go.
Here we go, guys. You know.
Let's see.
I'm competitive, but I'm more competitive in like a real life realm.
Yeah.
I've never been too good at games, you know.
Really?
For some reason, some weird reason. I haven't been too good at games, but since we're on camera, I have something to prove.
Honestly, I ain't
Always
gonna
live
lie,
your life
y'all.
like you have something to prove, guys.
I'm very competitive, and I actually love, I hate losing. I remember in basketball practice, we would have a scrimmage, and whoever's on my team, if we lost the scrimmage that day, I could barely talk to them. And I had to take some of my teammates home, and it was so, especially my best friend at the time, I literally did not want to talk to her. I drove home in silence if we would lose any type of drill in basketball. I hate losing real bad. So yeah.
Well, you're losing on a cup of wine right now.
All right, let's cheers to it.
I'm beating her real bad. You see that? She's moving slow. You have to be competitive even in trying.
Ain't gonna lie. When
Drinking.
it comes to this, I'm always gonna lose. Always. All right. Sometimes I don't think, and I just be doing stuff, and that's when I start. That's when I lose. Like you said, you gotta be conscious.
You gotta be cautious. You gotta be alert at all times.
Look, y'all, he trying to get quiet.
Actually, not trying to get quiet.
Trying to get quiet. You trying to beat me out.
I actually never really played these games before, so yeah.
Well, if you beat me and you haven't played this game before, that says a lot about me.
Yeah.
You know a little bit. Oh, y'all. Dang.
Wish we can kick it, bro. I wish it was different, bro. I hate you ain't with us, bro. I'm rapping, I made it, nigga. Look at your baby, bro. D-wheels up the road, hoping he link will walk. Street let me traumatized, seem like the storm never stop. Deep in the cup, I'm trying to hide my feelings. Don't talk much, cause I know niggas ain't listening. Stuck in the trenches, I'm throwing rocks at the prison. Streets undefeated, they taking all my niggas.
You know what little something I'm doing?
What?
You know what you're doing?
Me?
Yeah.
I feel like I could be better. I could perform better, but I'm not thinking all late. And we running out of chips. My niece plays this game all the time when she come here, so they lost a lot of the chips. But they have a good time, so I never mind.
I can't forget you, brother. Wish we can kick it, brother. I wish it was different, brother. I hate you ain't with us, brother. I'm rapping, I made it, nigga. Look at your baby, brother.
I mean, that's quite obvious.
Street let me traumatized, seem like the storm never stop. Deep in the cup, I'm trying to hide my feelings. Don't talk much, cause I know niggas ain't listening. Stuck in the trenches, I'm throwing rocks at the prison. Streets undefeated, they taking all.
I see what you're trying to do right there, But I'ma tell you, it won't work.
People will do whatever, bro. People will do whatever. He put one all the way up here just to not let me win. People will do whatever so you can't win in life, honestly.
That's called strategy. Yeah, and I want you to keep that point. People will do whatever so you won't win in life. We gotta talk about that. We gotta talk about that,
Forget you, brother. Wish we can kick it, brother. I wish it was different, brother. I hate you ain't with us, brother. I'm rapping, I made it, nigga. Look at your baby, brother. D-wheels up the road, hoping he link will walk. Street let me traumatized, seem like the storm never stop. Deep in the cup, I'm trying to hide my feelings. Don't talk much, cause I know niggas ain't listening. Stuck in the trenches,
Why make me
rocks at the prison. Streets undefeated, they taking all my niggas. Can't do nothing but pray. All my I just hope and pray that soon we can find a better way. Yeah. I just hope and pray that soon my dog.
You're not gonna know it. You're gonna do that, but you're not gonna.
We just both not gonna win.
Yeah.
Because in order for both of us to win, we know what we got to do.
Yeah.
So. Looking over there for you.
Check me. See how I win? Guys, I'm gonna win. That's just what I do, I'm gonna win.
Oh!
All always let the competition get a little
Wow.
noisy, you know?
Well,
I'm gonna win, guys.
guys.
I'm gonna win, guys. I'm gonna adjust the. You like that angle or adjust it a little?
We can keep it here.
All right, we gonna keep it right.
All right, guys. Well, you see, I lost at my own game. Well, it's not typically my game. I honestly lose that game all the time. So it's
I'm gonna add something to this, guys. Example of that game, you know.
Yeah.
Allow manipulation to help you find out where the enemy wants you to go.
Ooh. That's
You know, you allow manipulation to help you find out. Then you use your mind to break free from the trap, and you punish the perpetrators. So that's what I just did. You know, I manipulated her to make her think that I don't know the game. You know, 10 steps ahead.
Wow.
So then I
became
break free.
vulnerable.
Yeah, I break free from the trap,
Yeah.
and I punish the perpetrator. You know, so always keep that in mind, guys. You know, yeah.
Yeah, because I definitely was like, oh, he don't know what he's doing, so I ain't got to go that hard.
Actually, I didn't know that much. You know, I know a little something about it, but not that much. Yeah.
He knew enough to win. Let me tell you that.
Yeah.
So anyway, speaking of manipulators and fake people and all of that, let's get into that topic.
Yo. Fake people. That's a sensitive topic, you know, because I experienced so much of it throughout my lifetime. My short life that I've lived. I've seen so much. It's almost like I'm a veteran in that shit, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, you know, you always say, they say, expect the best from the worst, but I be expecting the worst from the best every time, you know.
Wow. Yeah.
Because, you know, like as I say, if I don't hold you to a level, you're gonna hurt me, and then it hurt. Betrayal always come from somebody that was a friend, you know.
Yeah, it's
So they
usually
say-
people that's closest to you, honestly.
Exactly, you know.
Yeah.
So they say keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. You know?
But do you really put energy into keeping your enemies close, or is it like a unconscious thing, like you're unaware that this
it's
person...
an unconscious thing, but you know, my enemies, I like to, you know, who your enemies are, you know. I won't say I have enemies because I don't watch anyone as an enemy to me.
Yeah.
They might,
I
I
agree.
might know the intentions towards me. They might be malintentions.
Yeah.
But you know, you have to be aware. You have to know that the world is not just a bed of roses, and there's actually
Yeah.
evil people out there wanting to do you
Literally.
evil things. You know, for no particular reason.
Or
It's
for
just
internal conflict.
just internal conflict. You know,
Yeah.
somebody might just be jealous of your drive. You're a young man trying to get at it. They wish, you know, they could have been in that position. You know, they don't use it as motivation. They just use it as a deeper sense of envy,
Yeah.
which builds them into that monster devouring them, you know, make them want to do something bad for no particular reason. People see if your thing and they want it. So all of that stuff taken into account of it will make enemies, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
betrayal.
Which is sad.
Betrayal, it comes from people, you know, expecting people feeling entitled and all that type of stuff. So
Yeah.
it hurts you. It hurts you
does.
bad when somebody betray you.
So how do you get through that hurt when somebody betray you?
You know,
Especially somebody you trusted or you like confided in or you know, worked hard for or showed your true self to them. Like, how do you get through that
you see,
betrayal?
to be honest, how I get through that betrayal, you know, the only way you can really get through that betrayal is just leveling up, you know. You don't play the game. You don't stoop down to the level because they're already behind you. You know, that's why they're hating. So if
Yeah.
they're already beneath you, you don't stoop down to the level to try and battle with them. I mean, we're not sparring
Yeah.
out there. I'm going to show you that my life is going to elevate. You know, I'm going to pursue better stuff in my life,
Yeah.
build my life. And then you're going to watch that shit and that shit going to slap you twice in your face like,
Yeah.
you know, I did that to try and break you down and it only make you stronger. And I believe in these moments, that's when you experience the most growth as a person. You know, you go
100%.
through a heartbreak, use that heartbreak as a motivation,
100%.
as a motivation
Yeah.
to drive you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't make that shit break you down, you know.
Yeah.
These times, when I'm heartbroken, that's when I work the hardest, bro. You know,
Yeah,
when somebody
100%.
betray me, when somebody watch me and tell me you cannot do that, you know, I be comfortable, I be laughing, you know. But as soon as somebody show me, hey, bro, you know, I say, oh, that's how it is. That's what you think. That's how it is.
Yeah.
I go out there.
So do you have time to process your emotions? Do you process it or do you just go straight to drive mode? Like, is there a time where you maybe sit in that emotion like, this is what I'm feeling right now?
Well, at an early age, I was taught by my dad to control my emotions, you know. Any man that doesn't control his emotions and acts on impulse is a dangerous man. And that's why we have people killing people, and we have rapists, and we have betrayal, as you said, fake people, because they cannot control the emotions, they cannot contain it. As a man, you have to be stoic. You have to sit down. Something happened to you, you have to sit down, analyze the situation, process it, and be like, hey, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that, you know?
That's an interesting perspective,
Yeah.
especially considering, like, by nature, you know, obviously, you know, it's said that women are more emotional, men are more logic.
Yeah.
Those men that have tapped into their emotional side, you think it's kind of like an imbalance of being either too far on this end of the spectrum versus too far on this end of the spectrum. But considering that you're naturally, innately more logical, then how can they drown so far into the emotional side to where they're on impulse or do things that, you know, are hurtful?
Totally.
So, that's the question.
Oh, that's a question?
Yeah, I said, did you hear me? I said, like, dang, I forgot my question. Basically, I was saying, like, considering men are more logical, and you said, like, when they're emotional, they have high emotional reactivity.
Yeah.
Like, how did it get from one end of the spectrum to the next?
I'm not even sure, you know.
Yeah.
It might be some men are just, they wasn't taught that as a young age, you know.
That's true.
Broken homes, you know. A house with no father figure, you know. As a man, you're not supposed to be emotional, you know. You have to contain your emotions.
Do you think that's healthy, though?
I think that's healthy. I think that's totally healthy, you know. You can be emotional, but you don't show it to the world, you know.
Okay.
You suppress your pain in the darkness. You know, like, people can't really hurt me, you know. People trying to hurt me, and that's the reason why they keep attacking me. But I know for sure what I stand for and my values. So I don't really go out there and show emotion, like, you know, never too happy, never too sad.
So do you suggest that maybe, hypothetically, or, you know, perspective taken, that men that doesn't have a man that grew up without a father figure maybe are more on the emotional side?
Yeah, they're more prone to being that because they didn't have a father figure, you know.
To teach them how to
a good father figure,
stay
you know.
in.
They didn't have a good father figure, so what tends to happen is that if a mother raising a son can be so bad in many ways, you know. It's a good thing when a woman stands up and be the father figure for a son when the dad leaves out, you know. And that's what you call a coward. Any father not there for his son is a coward, you know. So when your mom stands up and she take that role, I applaud her. But she cannot do it on her own because there are certain things a mother cannot teach. A woman cannot teach a man how to be a man. It's only a man that can teach a man how to be a man, you know.
I can agree with that.
So and that stems from early age, you know, when guys grow up and they see that type of stuff, they see their mother act on emotion or that type of stuff. That's they flare up, you know. It's almost like they have imbalance in hormones, you know.
A good perspective.
Yeah.
So, a good perspective.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's why a lot of us, we operate on a different frequency, you know. And even on the emotional aspect, you know, it doesn't. What truly makes you a man is how you can suppress your emotions, bro. You need to be stoic, bro. Life as a man is exceptionally hard, bro. It's gonna rain. It's gonna be hard. The world demanding on a man. You know, the world is demanding on a man. Like, as a man, you need to be so many things. You need to be a superhero.
Yeah.
You know, on Christmas Day, a father will sit back and his whole family will open the most expensive presents, and all he'll give him is a pair of socks, and he'll smile. You know. And he don't take that as anything, you know. He's just happy. His joy is coming from seeing everybody else open their gifts. Yeah. You know. And I'm speaking from perspective. That's mine. You know. That's how I see it. Like, my joy is giving somebody something and seeing they open it and being happy. Then somebody give me something. You know. Somebody give me something, I appreciate it, but that doesn't make me feel good internally. Yeah. Like 100%. You know. So emotion is. It's all about, as a man, suppress your emotions, bro. You need to be stoic. You know. And a man. Being a man don't come with age, because there's a lot of grown folks. There's a lot of grown folks, grown men, you know, and the way they think and the way they act.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why we have a lot of problems that we have today in this society, and we build in a generation of weak men, you know. Weak men. We're in a generation of weak men right now.
Why do you think that?
Because, I mean, we haven't really lived through anything, you know. There's an old saying that says, hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. And good times create weak men, and then it goes into a cycle, I believe the last era we had, where the world went through all of that stuff, where what was it? I cannot put it into
What?
words right now, but was it a depression or whatever? But all that stuff got away, all that racism and everything, and everybody got equal rights and everything.
Okay.
That was a good time. That was a good revolution in
They're
the world.
Yeah,
that was a good revolution in the world. My bad, I'm more into the convo than the podcast.
Yeah.
That was a good revolution in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So that in itself created good times, and that's why right now we live in a generation of weak men. A generation of weak men, and then they act on impulse. They let the emotions be the best of them, and they just don't. You're not an iron frame as how a man's supposed to be. Go out there and be strong, be an iron frame. Put up with stuff, and you always stand for what's right. You don't stand for bogus. A lot of people they see, they gonna see something. You can see something wrong going on, and you're not gonna say nothing about it. Nah, and that's why I get myself in problems. If I see something wrong, I'm gonna say something about it. Wrong is wrong. They're not gonna say nothing to protect their position, or not offend someone in higher position than them, and all of that stuff is wrong, man. Like back in the days, what your ancestors fought for, and now you're back doing that same crap,
Yeah.
You're back doing that same crap. It's like it's a cycle. They fought so hard to liberate, and do different stuff, and now, people just can go about treating people instrumentally and all of that stuff. I experienced it firsthand. Somebody treat me some way bad. I'm out there going to school, trying to be the best for myself. Treat me unjustified. And my peers, everybody just gonna sit back and watch it happen to me, and nobody gonna turn up and say, hey, that's wrong, but what you did to Tariq was wrong. Nobody will say that because they're scared of losing their position. And another factor is poverty too. If everybody had something to be like, as I said, I mentioned the safety net earlier on. If somebody has something like, bro, you know what, I'm gonna stand up for something, bro, and I have some people to back me up. Like my mom gonna back me up, my father gonna back me up. If this come to that, I have to go home or whatever, you take that from me, I'm gonna go back home and have people to support me, and I'm gonna start back, I'm gonna build back up. And some people, they don't have that, so sometimes you don't even blame them as to why they're gonna keep quiet, and sit back
because
and let that shit happen.
To lose as well.
Yeah,
this is all they have too.
This is all they have. So
it's just systematic. It just keeps people low people low, high people high.
It's a sad situation.
Yeah.
It's a sad. I experiencing that stuff, and that's some stuff I'm gonna speak on further on. Maybe on a later podcast I'm gonna definitely speak on it.
Yeah.
So y'all stick around. You'll need to hear that type of stuff, bro, because it's actually pissing me off right now. But all that stuff going on,
honestly, I think that, as I spoke on my individual podcast that will be launched before this one, I also talked about some unjust, unethical things in relation to my track career as a collegiate athlete. He too experienced some things. Like, I think as a collegiate athlete, I found a lot of other collegiate athletes that has went through a lot of life challenges, a lot of life lessons, a lot of having to persevere, having to build their character, stay connected to who they are through things that are just not okay. Trying to learn when to stand up, when not to stand up. What would you lose if you do stand up? How would this affect you? How does this affect the person you care about? Like, it's a lot. So if you were a collegiate athlete, I applaud you, because it's more than just running in a circle. It's way more. It's like literal survival. It's like testing times every chance you get. If it's not physical, it's mental. If it's not mental, it's environmental. Like, it's challenges. Like, once you get okay mentally, boom, hamstring hurt, boom, ankle hurt, whatever the case may be. Once you're okay there, then boom, somebody you love is getting treated unjust, or something unethical is happening that you have to face.
Exactly.
Like, it's just so many things and so many reasons why college athletes cannot perform, or do not at times perform at their best. It's way more than just going to practice and not doing, or going in to meet and not doing well. It's a lot that goes into that.
And I want to say something about it. I believe, like, people need to stand up for what's right, guys. Because there's so much evil in the world, and like evil taking over. Like, the way I'm seeing the world going is like evil taking over. Because we have
like
weak men, bro. Weak people don't want to stand up, And I'm a be my own army, Soon I'm gonna take over. Like I have a strong feeling. I'm gonna take over. I'm gonna do something revolutionary. Have a group of young men that's gonna stand up for what's right, and then we're gonna put all these bad people. We're gonna dig them and bury them, And I want to say something, If the world does something to you long enough and effectively enough, you begin to do it to yourself. You become a collaborator to that shit.
Yeah.
So somebody watch you and they tell you, you ain't shit, or I don't give a shit about this or that or whatever, You just have to watch yourself like you in a bad situation. You're already in a bad environment,
Yeah.
You're already in a bad environment, bad situation and then that's the words that's being, spoken into your life every day, You become a collaborator to that shit and you wonder why your life not moving forward,
Man, yeah.
That's the reason why, But you do it to yourself long enough, the first time it happens you're gonna be mad. Hey, right, I'm gonna make a move. You never make the move.
And that's that's
a lot of people they never make the move yet.
Man.
Yeah, guys, and I like to say that the road to success is a difficult road. You want success is gonna be difficult. On that road to success, you're gonna get potholes.
Yeah.
And these potholes you call them fake friends.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a caution sign called friends and families. You can get a turn, and a big dip.
Yeah.
You call that,
if you don't know who you are, or
Yeah.
if you're not the best version at that time that you could be, you're going to go up and down with the potholes. There's going to be no stabilization. It's going to be an emotional wreck, honestly. And then oftentimes, that's kind of when people fold. Because they have no grounding foundation of who they are. And so all the external environments and factors play a role into how they feel, what they think about themselves, etc. But like when times are hard, which the thing is, I have done a lot of mental work. Your mind is the most powerful tool. Let me tell you, your body does not understand the difference between what's happening now and what has happened. So if you continuously living in the past, you are reliving that, and your neurotransmitters are getting bigger and bigger. Because whatever fires together, wires together. You're creating these memories in your head, and it's getting thicker and thicker as much as you replay the bad situation that has happened in your life.
Yes.
Yes. Like if you sit there and do some imagery, or if you sit there and become unconscious and literally think about a bad situation that has happened in your life, you will feel that through your body. Exactly the same exact feeling that you felt when it happened. You can feel that same exact feeling because your body does not know that it's not. Your body thinks that it's happening again right in that moment. That's how powerful your mind is. And because your mind is that powerful, you have, just through your mind, you have the tool to create any type of reality you want to. When you believe with your mind first, that's all you need. I promise you. Imagery, manifestation, meditation to keep yourself grounded. So whatever the case whatever might happen in your life, when you stay grounded and you come back to the inner self, your internal being, your living organisms, everything that's working and functioning, and affirm yourself through those difficult times, you might externally be feeling pressure, but internally it's always something to go back to. Always something to go back to be grateful about and to focus on internally. That keeps you grounded. Literally. And that is one of the biggest shifts in my life, was changing up my cognitive process, making sure that I override my negative neurotransmitters with some positive ones. Like I constantly had to be like, every negative thought that came, I stopped it. I said something positive because I was so pessimistic, because oftentimes humans love to dictate the future, or they love to prepare for the worst. When you're preparing for the worst, you're living in the worst.
Exactly. How about prepare for the best?
Yeah, literally. Whatever you believe is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oftentimes.
Yeah.
And so like your mind is super powerful. You can create reality. Before I start this podcast, I've already envisioned Tariq on my couch. I've already envisioned a lot of my guests. I already envisioned what my intro was going to be.
Yeah.
I've already envisioned me on the stage talking positive and impacting people with hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people. I've already envisioned these things. So it's like, this is just me putting in the work and let it become the fruition. And if you're a spiritual person, if you're a believer, obviously prayer is a big part of it as well. Prayer and just having faith that it's going to happen.
And guys, I'm so happy that Z's sharing this right now, because you might not realize how many kids out there that's dying for an encouraging word, that never heard somebody told them like, hey bro, you can really be something, man. And I'm not interested in what you are right now, but what you can be, what I see in you, your potential, and your potential itself can manifest itself into anything.
Man.
You can really be something, bro. You can change the trajectory of your bloodline,
100%,
and all of that stuff, so I want to tell everybody that never let someone's perception of you become your reality,
man.
What they perceive of you, like
your perception is your reality.
Exactly.
Only your perception.
Only
so
your perception.
If you don't believe in yourself, then nobody else gonna believe in you, and you're not gonna get anything in life. But once you start to believe in yourself, that's going to become your reality. But I'm telling you, so many people who don't think things are feasible are going to doubt you. I remember, especially like small town people, I remember in the classroom when these basketball players said they want to go to the NBA, and how the teachers was already like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Oh, I want to be an NBA player. Oh, you need to pick another career. And so already they're ingraining that in their head, and then they're like, oh shoot, maybe I do. What's plan B? I can honestly say up to this point, I have not had a plan B in my life. I have not. Applying to the master's program, I've only applied to one school.
Wow.
Like, everything I've done, it's only one option. Like, this is just what it's going to be.
Well, yeah.
And I wasn't consciously aware that I was manifesting. This is what it's going to be.
You have to pull it off,
Yeah, I got to. Like,
you treat it like there's no safety net. You have to pull it off.
Yeah. I don't apply for multiple apartments or multiple positions or multiple colleges. I just applied for UCA.
Yeah, like if you roll the dice, you have to get a 6. Yeah, like somebody gonna tell you, oh, what if I get a 4? No, I cannot get a 4. I have to get a 6. Yeah. I roll the dice, I have to get a 6. And I will get a 6, and that's how you have to go navigate in life,
Yeah, 100%. But I must tell you, do not let people shift your perspective of your dreams. Because only you know what you can do.
Totally.
100%. Your personality is your personal reality.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever your personality is, whatever you identify with, that's how you're going to go out into the world. And then that's how people are going to perceive you. If you walk with confidence and light and grace and humbleness, that's how people will perceive you. Yep. And those that don't like to be around it, you'll be able to tell.
Yeah.
So, yeah, these are all things obviously subjective.
Some people, God put some people in your life just for a moment. They're not there. They're just a little sentence in your story.
And that's what we gotta understand as humans. We like to hold on.
You like to hold on. You have to know when to let go.
I mean, speaking from personal experience, it's hard to just be like, dang. They was just there for that season.
Yeah, it's just that season. Yeah, you have to let them go,
And you kind of have an
episode, not even a season. They're there for an episode, Some of them are not even there for an episode. They like a background character. They're just there for like, a little minute in the film.
They teach you, and then it's time for them to go. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Nothing. You gotta let them go, guys. Don't hold on to negative people, negative stuff. If they show you, somebody show you who they are already,
Yeah, my battery's dying now.
If fire show you that it's hot, you don't go out there, continue playing the fire, you won't get burnt.
Right. So, we're going to end it here. We're going to do a part 2, of course. My battery's about to die. So, yeah, this is what dealing with a camera consists of.
There you go.
Thank you all for tuning in to the Vibe with Z podcast, where you have experienced a true value and impactful beautiful experience. I'm Z, the one you just vibed with, the one he just vibed with.
Yes, guys, and I'd like to thank Z for having me on there. And that wine have me feeling a little nice. In part 2, I can really tell you guys, I can spit some games to you guys,
Yes,
and, we want to really be something, bro. We already there, we halfway there. we're gonna really be something.
100%.
You know, halfway is putting in the work. You know, I'm not saying like
Cheers
we
to
have
that.
any income.
Let's finish.
But like halfway on the journey is working towards something. You know, and those who don't wanna believe, they don't gotta believe. You know, but God believe. You know, God
That's
did.
right.
You know, God
That's all that matters.
Even as like DJ Khaled said, but God did. You know.
Yeah.
So
100%.
just stay grounded, guys. You know, hustle hard, guys. Hustle hard. It don't matter where you come from, your accent, your hometown, whatever, your skin color. You have hair and you're black, you're a young black man. Nah, dog. The perception gonna be a reality. You go out there, you hustle, you try your best, you be good. The universe gonna bless you, bro. You know, that's just take that, bro. Do the right thing, not the hype thing, always. You know, and I'm happy for blessing you guys.
Not the hype thing.
Not the hype thing. I don't follow the crowd, man. Yeah,
I love that.
yeah. Do the right thing at all times.
Yeah.
Not the hype thing. You know.
Make sure you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend to turn on their post notifications because it's getting deep over here.
Yo, we in Conway, Arkansas, bro. You know.
That's right.
Conway, Arkansas, right?
And
now.
we will be.
Who would have thought? You know.
I know.
In the wildest imagination, a young man would have been in Conway, Arkansas, sitting
At all the places.
Kayandel, you know, having a podcast, you know.
Kirkendall.
Kokandol. That's a very unique last name.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
We're just gonna talk until the battery die, you know. Just to have B-roll, so
Okay.
just in case you have B-roll, you know, so you can post, you know, just
Okay.
talk until the battery die, really, you know. Yeah, guys. Yeah.
Talking to the battery die,
You
but
just talk
then,
until the battery die.
but then he ain't
You
got
gonna
nothing
cut it
else to
out.
say.
You're just gonna cut it out. You already gonna cut it out.
Yeah,
We'll just
100%.
we're gonna use these little clips just for
Yeah, like funny clips,
you don't even
like
need to be-
bloopers.
Yeah. But even if you can post it on TikTok, if you get something nice, we might see
Yeah,
something
yeah.
nice, you know. Yeah.
He keeps saying all of that, but he is not saying anything, y'all.
Ask me a question. Ask me something else. I'm a guy. I deliver on questions, you know. Right now, the wine already have me a little.
Y'all, he had a little bit of wine. He a
Because
lightweight.
I'm not a drinker. So.
Oh, okay. You
Just
want to
in
cut
case.
that part out?
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah.
That was a good part.